losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Going, guys. I can pin comments again, Alex. You just reminded me. I had a look and did it, and there you go. Good on you, Alex, for reminding me. How you going, Carl? How you going, David? Hotter than hell here since Saturday. It's been the last 2 days here in the mountains have been very cold and very wet and very misty, and because I left the windows open, my house is damp. That's my fault. How do you dry it without an air conditioner? Would a fan work, but you might have to close all the windows? Because we're about to get more rain. Okay. The rain's never ending. And they're doing this morning, we had a clear sky for the morning, and what do you know? They're spraying chemtrails everywhere. Great. Then I start sneezing, and I know what it's from. Alex said, glad you have some heat. Seems the rest of the world is experiencing an ice age of sorts. Wow. David still said, still breathing, Alex. That has to be a bonus in this heat. And Alex said, yay, it worked. Because I managed to pin a comment. Hey, Charles, how you going? Hey, Sherry, how you going? Dan, how you going? Good to see you. George, how you going? Good to see you guys. Okay, we're going to go into a little bit of just general overall news. Not going to say too much here, but apparently Andrew's social legacy is completely destroying Victoria. How anyone can still defend him? This is Dan Andrews, right? The person who locked down the hardest here in Australia. How anyone can still defend him or anyone in the current government really are effed in the head. A shopping centre in Melbourne's west has been forced into lockdown by two feuding groups armed with machetes. Lovely. See, when you don't have guns, they'll find other things. Do you understand? When they don't look, they'll find other ways. And I dare say a machete might be worse. I don't know. Slowly bleeding to death. I don't know. I don't know which one would be worse. But either way, they still find some way to attack people. Now, if you were armed, that you'd stop that in 2 seconds flat. Anyway, who am I to say anything, hey? Craig Kelly said a picture tells 1,000 words. Climate grifter Al Gore at Davos with beautiful global boiling backdrop. It's so hot, isn't it, Al Gore? Even up here in the mountains of Australia, it's been cold. It's warming up now, but it's been cold. Okay, and that we've got, this is what we're going to go over on Rumble. Klaus Schwab currently delivering opening remarks that people don't trust them and they have to regain trust. The only way you can regain trust is for justice to happen. And that could involve like capital punishment. I don't know. We've got some things on the Port Arthur thing that happened here in Australia that removed our weapons. And Trump has just won Iowa. Has he? I think he has. Okay, more on the Port Arthur thing. Wow, tonight ahead of the Iowa caucus, CNN took a poll asking voters in Iowa, do you think Biden legitimately won 2020? Quite a large percentage of their poll respondents said, sorry. Oh, I love the way he dances. There's got to be a new dance for people, you know. This sort of dance. I don't know. Oh, it's pretty good. Iowa, Bridget says, Iowa's hand counting their paper ballots on live television. This is how elections should be done in all 50 states, and I totally agree with that. How many flags do you see? Let's count them, shall we? I'll count the tops so that, because I don't know if you can see that very well. Should be able to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That you can see. There's another lady and another man, I believe, in the background here, but even the people. 17 flags, 17 people. Is that all we got? Is that all? Could that be possible? That's all you've got that are good people in Congress? Because I'd say that's probably not even that high here in Australia. But just a thought, I don't know. There's more on the board. Craig Kelly said the sad mental decline of Mr. Ricardo Bossi. If you know who this guy is, a lot of people, a lot of people who for freedom were behind this man. But I don't know. I've always been a bit suspect of him, just a bit. And he was at one of the protests I attended for lockdown protest and mask and all that. And something struck me, very, very, very organised. Very organised for a protest. And I thought, okay. Speakers included that they wanted in there. So, I don't know. I also have a strange feeling about Ricardo Bossi, or Bosey, or whatever his name is. Apparently $2 million has been wiped off the value of Woolworths shares because they're copying the Bud Light treatment because they decided not to sell Australia Day products. So, yeah, they're getting the Bud Light treatment. President Trump being an incredible human being. We'll read that on Rumble. Oh, illegal immigrants are gaming the system. American taxpayers are getting destroyed. Illegal migrant explained how they get $2,000 each time they cross the border. He's crossed 4 times in a month and has made $8,000 of your taxpayer money. Wow. Should we have a little listen?
What they're doing is, this is pretty wild because there's a radio station in San Diego that is a Mexican radio station. This guy was on the Mexican radio station, is explaining how we do it. He's like, he's gone back 4 times that month. So every time he crosses over, he gets $2,000. He's
gaming it.
So he's gaming. He made $8,000 in a month from the federal government.
You almost, like, what do? You set up, because back in the day, you know, when there's, you know, I don't know everything, obviously, but like maybe the similar time in American history would have been the early 1900s. And you had all those Europeans coming over on the boats to work over in the U.S.
That's how my family got here.
Yeah, and everybody went through Ellis Island or somewhere like it where you go in and you got some sort of papers.
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
And
honestly,
yeah,
they didn't
and
really
they
check.
at least though, you know, they got you like they got a name.
Yeah.
And they
Well, not even. They kind of people changed it.
Yeah, they changed it right there if it was
Yeah.
like too hard to pronounce.
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's a lot of people did that.
Wow, interesting. More on the WEF. He says that 2023 was the hottest year in 125,000 years, but he doesn't understand why so many people no longer trust the science. Sounds like the WEF are having trust problems. I wonder why. Okay, this lady here says Naomi Oreskes, don't know how to say that, says X is an extremely toxic place and says the name scares her while speaking at the World Economic Forum. It's not a worthwhile place to spend time, she said, and someone else backs her up on this, but I'll play it over on Rumble. Working Class Bro said, good morning everyone, just a reminder about the insane policies of the left. Ban plastic straws, but not the plastic cup and lid. These are the people who are making policies based on emotions. And guess what I just ordered through eBay? Plastic bags and plastic straws and plastic forks and plastic knives. They're handy to have, especially if you go bush. And a lot lighter than metal ones. Just because they're doing this, just because of this, I've gone and ordered plastic bags for my garbage bin, and probably other stuff too. Call me wasteful, call me what you want, I don't care. Dr. Russell McGregor said the Zionist Masonic world order is collapsing fast. Down they go. Down she goes. June Slater said apparently according to the Clock News, the attendees at Davos want world peace. Really? We don't see that reflected in what's going on right now. At the largest gathering of powerful deviant sociopaths also discussing how to rebuild trust, which is code for, we effed up, we moved too soon, they're onto us, how can we appear charming to them? I would think the only answer to that is a funeral. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to say too much. I can't help myself. I've got to go to Rumble. I just can't here. The Australian Oz Integrity said the Australian government pressured Optus CEO into resignation. Now the tables have turned with sensitive security and health info being hacked inside 26 Albo MP government offices. The minister responsible for cybersecurity, Claire O'Neill, must resign. Oh dear. Who would have thought? Okay. Oh, Catherine Dee's fan club. I just had the police knocking on my door demanding I tell them where I got this information from and asking who gave me permission to post this information. I didn't answer and said, unless you're arresting me, I won't be answering. I'm a bit shaken up, but otherwise good. What she has said is, breaking, David Hurley said, it appears Anthony Albanese has misled the public about his meetings with Alan Joyce, Qantas CEO. That would be an enormous breach of his oath to serve Australia and has called on the PM to explain himself in person within 7 days. Now they're asking where did she get this information from, and they sent the police to it all. This is the face of modern Labor, intimidating those that dare question or expose them. On this woman. Okay, I've got to play this because this is so dumb. So dumb. Stephen said, below are the 5 fat cats understanding gender pay gap is due to women working less hours than men. Few notes. All are women. All earn more than 500k. All not bright, the blonde one especially. And press hard if you've had enough of these clowns. You got to listen to this, right? This woman is saying women earn less than men. Now wait until you see what she's taking this off. Okay, I'm going to have to interrupt this because it's absolutely ridiculous. Let's go.
So do you take into account the fact that on average a male full-time employee works longer hours than a female full-time employee?
Not directly, no.
You don't?
But we annualise the part-time hours and those that have worked full-time but for part of the year. So that way, because at the moment, what I can tell you is women work part-time at 3 times the rate of men. So by annualising it, we are looking at a more realistic...
So you base it on annual salary?
Yeah.
What about if you did it on an hourly rate? What would be the gender hourly pay gap?
Well, we don't have that data, Senator.
You don't have that data?
No, because we...
What the actual... They're taking it over annually, right? Men work more hours. They don't do it by the hours, by the hourly wage, because it's not true. And if they did, these women would all lose their bloody job, because they're trying to prove there's a gender pay gap. Okay, let's keep listening.
We ask for annualised salaries because from our employers when they report their data in.
Okay, so if a woman was working fewer hours but earning the same rate per hour as a man doing the same job, would that show up as a gender pay gap?
No.
But, well, then in that case you are looking at hourly rates.
Janine Bridovd, Research and Analytics Executive Manager. So we do not collect the real hours that an employee might have worked. So what we do collect is the hours that are specified in a contract, and that is provided by organisations to us. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, do you annualise it on the assumption that men and women are working the same number of hours, or is it actual earnings?
It's actual earnings, and we are unable to. We don't have the data to distinguish or to then adjust for hours, because we cannot collect the real hours that employees are worked.
So they're not doing their job properly. That's what's going on here. These women are not doing their job properly. They're not looking at all the data. This is insane.
So it's not possible to tell whether any or some of the gender pay gap is just simply attributable to a different number of hours worked. Is that right?
It depends on whether we are looking at hours that are in contract, or whether we're looking at hours that employees worked as, overtime.
Why is it you don't look at hours worked? You don't collect it, but the ABS does. It's available.
The ABS does
Yeah.
does a survey, yes.
Every 2 years.
Yes.
But again, as I say, we collect census data, that is survey data. And the other thing I would say at this stage, Senator, is just because somebody might be sitting at their desk for 12 hours a day doesn't mean you're getting 12 hours of productivity out of them, and doesn't mean that they're working in essence any harder than someone that may sit at their desk for 8 hours.
Well, she's certainly not working harder than any normal person. They're not doing their job, all 5 of them. They don't have the data. But they're spouting this shit. I bet if they weren't on hourly wage, they'd find out that there is no bloody difference. In fact, a lot of young women these days are getting paid more. The CEO of United Airlines, is it? Oh, okay, lovely, pretty, very pretty, very, very pretty. Here on YouTube, it's very pretty. They say they take race and gender into account when hiring, and laments there's too many white males in the airline industry. Has anyone seen Leave the World Behind? Did you see the planes fall out of the sky? I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but when you do not hire properly qualified people, things can happen. Okay, Matt Couch said the Fulton County Attorney Nathan Wade, who's allegedly having relations with DA Fannie Willis, I didn't know how else to say that, has been paid more than $650,000 and he's never prosecuted a felony case in his life. And there he is, Fannie, pulling the race card in a church, talking about politics in the church and how she was hard done by, which I'll play on Rumble. Apparently every weekend in Melbourne, people are protesting for a free Palestine. People, honestly, get on a plane and go over there. Okay? Stop walking down our streets telling us to free Palestine. Go over there and fight for them. True Science said, who would have guessed it's been the bloody sun all along? Solar activity and climate. Okay? During the medieval maximum solar activity, that was the medieval warm period. And the solar minima, Little Ice Age. Modern maximum, which is not even as hot as the medieval one. And yet we're boiling, apparently. It's the end. Chicken Little, the sky is falling. Oh my God, this is insane. I'll go back and like them all once I read them all on properly on Rumble. Exclusive urgent housing construction being stalled by delays of up to 18 months for Indigenous heritage approval. Bit of a culture shock. So you've got to wait 18 months to construct housing to even begin, right? Because you've got to have Indigenous heritage approval. This is extortion. So glad the majority of us voted no. And they're still doing it. Victorian developers now. I feel sorry for Victoria, Melbourne. The whole area. I mean, it's bad enough everywhere, but they're some of the worst off. And Queensland as well, actually. Travis said, happening now, the White House has been swatted by hoaxes at 7:03 a.m. This was yesterday. Someone called in and said they were trapped inside the building and the building was on fire. DC, EMT and fire showed up on scene ready for action but quickly realised it was a hoax. The president wasn't there at the time but instead on vacation. How can we be this technologically advanced yet police can still be tricked by pranksters at the White House? No idea. Oh, Kate M said EV, electric vehicle charging company ChargePoint had announced it would be firing 12% of its global workforce and pulling the plug on Australia. This means shutting down its network of almost 50 stations across New South Wales, Victoria and Queensland from February the 1st. This following the announcement that the Australian electric vehicle charging company, Tritium, was closing its doors on its local factory before Christmas. Leaving the jobs of up to 400 workers uncertain isn't looking good for Albo and Bowen's big plans. Back in November, ChargePoint's CEO and Chief Financial Officer left. Their stocks rallied briefly, but it's dropped substantially since. The California-based company share price reached a peak of US $46.10 in late 2020, but is now sitting at an all-time low of $2. There you go. Oh, and Ramaswamy. I think he's just pulled out of the election and backed Trump. Good on him. That's what he should do. He can be further on in time, and apparently anyone, like all the people saying he was WEF, I looked into that as well. And he said that they used his picture and information illegally and he wanted it taken off their website. I wonder how many other people they've done that to. I wonder if they do that. If it's true. I don't know. That's up to you. I'm going to have to do that on Rumble. That too. Oh, this one. Oh, the oppressed black woman. This is what it is to be Aboriginal today. How is she going to survive without a voice? Stephen said she probably paid no fees at private schools, got into medicine with much lower university entry requirements and has no $450,000 HEX debt, which is when you borrow money, you go to university, and you end up with huge debt. Again, she's going to be the first Indigenous female surgeon. She doesn't look Indigenous to me. I don't know. She might be. Okay, look at this. The Cooker King, they cannot be trusted. Clown Down Under said, what's this called? 40% off, $11.40. Oh, really? $13.30. Originally. For half price of $14. What was it originally? $16.80. You have got to be kidding. This is Woolworths again. I'd say that's pretty much proof of being price gouged. What in the hell are they paying $11 for? Banana Boat Sport sunscreen. Is it? Yep, sunscreen. Look, don't buy this shit. You don't need it. Seriously. Okay, I'm going to read all this out on Rumble. Okay, I've got a lot on Vivek, but he has pulled out in support of Trump, so make of that what you will. Carlson, Jeremy Clarkson, not Carlson. Jeez. Anyway, he looks like he's in support of the farmers. The Governor of Illinois signed 4 bills making Illinois the most welcoming state in the nation for illegals. Now he's begging Greg Abbott for mercy and to stop sending illegals to Chicago. Oh, and this guy's actually quite funny, but I don't know if I can play this here. The one she videoed last night, better quality, 9 News is simply baffled. 9 News Queensland are baffled that doctors are raising the alarm as a concerning number of long COVID cases presented with cardiac complications. Elephant in the room, much? Lauren Bobert said, you've got to appreciate the irony of climate protesters trudging through a foot of snow and minus 30-degree wind chill to yell about how the planet is warming. They just don't see it, do they? 5 Times August said people literally read articles telling them to be dumb and not ask questions, and they were like, sure, okay. New York Times said don't go down the rabbit hole. Critical thinking as we're taught to do it isn't helping in the fight against misinformation. Critical thinking is all you've got during this time. Again, I don't know, I love this dance. I don't know what's going on here, but, you know, I really do. Wall Street Silver said all of the private jets are flying into Davos this week for the discussions on how everyone else should consume less. We are looking forward to all the ridiculous videos coming from the WEF of their plans for the little people of the world. No meat for peasants while they dine on Wagyu beef. Enjoy it, because you won't be enjoying it for long. I hope they get stuck there. Snowed in. That would teach them, wouldn't it? No, not really. Didn't that happen last year? Okay, what's this? Anne Vandersteel, Dumb and Dumber, riddle me this. Why just days after the latest mid-air near disaster involving a Boeing 737 MAX would the FAA, derailed by US DOT, Pete Buttigieg, launch a new diversity and inclusion program to hire people with severe intellectual disability and psychiatric disability among various other disabilities. The flying public, through the grace of God, was spared that fateful day, but is now being threatened by potentially deadly impact of woke diversity, equity and inclusion policies in the skies. Targeted disabilities are those disabilities that the federal government, as a matter of policy, has identified for special emphasis in recruitment and hiring, the FAA's website read. They include hearing, vision, missing extremities, partial paralysis, complete paralysis, epilepsy, severe intellectual disability, psychiatric disability, and dwarfism. How can the FAA's Diversity, Equity, Inclusion DEI hiring plan claim that diversity is integral to achieving FAA's mission of ensuring safe and efficient travel, when the people they want to hire can only have a negative impact on air travel safety? Oh my God. Diversity hire not okay for this job, can't risk losing the game. Basketball. But okay for this job, can't risk missing the diversity quota. Oh dear. Oh dear. Bit of trouble there. I told you. Leave the world behind. May not have been a navigation problem. May have been DEI. That's probably, could be why the planes fell out. You never know, see? Why the planes fell out of the sky. Yeah. And in our country, Australia, Kevin Rudd will be the nation's most senior representative at the summit. He's a has-been. Of course he'd be there fluffing his feathers. Many corporate executives have also opted against attending the Davos summit, with the notable exception of the mining sector. Fortescue Metals Group Executive Chairman Andrew Forrest. Well, let's face it, Twiggy couldn't resist the opportunity to lecture everyone on how to save the world with his green energy brainwaves now, could he? Can't have us all being steamed to death now, can they? BHP CEO Mike Henry and Rio Tinto CEO Jacob Stossholm are amongst those who will attend. Yes, I'm sounding a bit cynical these days, but there's a lot of reasons to be cynical. I agree with that one. Okay, Rob Smith said the flag of Australia, also known as the Australia Blue Ensign. I love it, I display it, I'm not ashamed of it. God bless Australia, God bless Australia Day. I agree. This man here should already be in prison for life when I don't even... Am I allowed to read inside paper? Is that a mainstream news? Cat Turd said he should be already be in prison for life. He's evil. Inside paper says, News Senator Rand Paul says Dr. Anthony Fauci should go to prison for mishandling the pandemic and making the worst decision ever made by a public health official in the history of time regarding the origins of the deadly outbreak, which you would need a biosuit, full mask and oxygen, if it really was. Anyway, let's not worry about that. I probably can't say that here. Unelected biological terrorist. Yeah. Insurrection Barbie said, lol, these freaking race hustlers. Not one damn person gives a crap that Fanny Willis is a black woman. She can be a white man or purple unicorn for all we care. What we care about is that she's a morally bankrupt hypocrite who uses taxpayer money to pay her underqualified married lover so they can go on lavish vacations, while she ignores actual crime in her city to pursue a partisan agenda against her political enemies for clout. Everyone knows this race hustling narrative is dead and buried, not fooling anyone, lady. You can go into all the churches you like and start talking about politics and how you are hard done by. No. James Woods said maybe if he'd been sent to prison the first 8 times, this could have been avoided. Chicago woman 61 is left brain dead after being punched and stomped on the head on train by an 8-time felon who wanted to steal her purse. Look, white, black, purple, green, orange, I don't care. Commit crimes, go to jail. Unbelievable. Okay, I don't know if I can report this one, because I know half the mainstream media thinks Tim Pool's right-wing. That's funny, actually. Tim Pool right-wing. Oh, dear. Well, he's going that way, but he wasn't when he started, let me tell you that right now. And he's still left in many, many thoughts, you know. That's okay, though. I don't care. Hayes Media Group said yet many on the left claim no one wants it. They claim we're just a minority. They claim having pride in one's nation and using correct words to describe that emotion is Americanised. I've seen this all over the place. Anyone who wants Australia Day and anyone who is an Australian patriot now it's being called Americanized. They said they don't need that language here, that Americanized language here. Bullshit. I'm an Australian patriot, proud of it, and I don't care if they think it's Americanized. What they failed to realise is that, yes, while it's only a handful of us that speak out, we do so for those that do not or cannot have a voice. This is why Australia Month is so important. It's for all Aussies to celebrate, to reflect, to take pride in where we've come from and where we intend to go as a nation. To every red, white and blue-blooded Aussie out there, we at HMG salute you all. Hayes Media Group. There you go. 2/3 of Aussies want Australia Day on January 26th. They've lost again. Donald Trump Jr. asked, is there a single US-based airline that is not using DEI in their hiring practices for pilots and people involved with caring for large objects moving at 600 miles per hour at 36,000 feet? I'd love to give them all my business. A-rating booking agency, let us know. And choose based on that, like seat choices would be amazing as well. Despite their virtue signalling, I imagine all the most insane liberals would likely also want to know and plan accordingly. Yeah, do you want to go dropping out of the sky? I don't know. I don't think I'd like it. The Vigilant Fox said, whoa, German farmers have blockaded the warehouses of mega corporations like Aldi, Amazon and Lidl. The farmers mean business. Today marks their eighth day of protests against crippling diesel tax hikes. Farmers from other countries are chipping in. It's reported that at least 100 tractors and trucks from Poland, the Czech Republic, Austria, Switzerland, France, Belgium and Holland have joined in the protests over the weekend. Do you support the farmers? Yes, I bloody well do. Libs of TikTok said, these are the people calling you a Nazi online because you think men can't get pregnant. Okay, Craig Kelly said Klaus's WEF Jamboree in Davos has become so toxic and scandalised that no Australian government minister is prepared to show their face there. They'll just suck up and take instructions from a distance, and my stomach, here it goes. Okay, something I can't talk about. I don't know what that was. And even more found. Bit of Cappy. Doesn't count as an insurrection when the left does it, and that's where I end up. Okay, so for now, we're just going to go back to reading comments here, and we're going to go over to Rumble after this. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay, where am I up to? Paul said, greetings from Bribey Island, Queensland. How you going, Paul? David said 40 degrees plus by day and 25 degrees overnights and Saturday here. Phew, severe weather warning, but it doesn't come. Wow. It's coming this way, the heat. It's coming back. But we got rain every day as well, so I don't know. I think I need a fan, and I need to shut my windows when it's raining and turn a fan on. Alex said, I heard a bit of news from Iowa today. Deb said hello from Adelaide. It was moist overnight. It was here too, Deb. Hasn't stopped really. I don't know what's going on. Now we've got chemtrails. Deb said, hey, beautiful Alex. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, it's good to see you here, Alex. God love you. Dan Markle saying, you said Trump won. Yep, he did. He did. Alex said, much better. Thank you, Deb. Hope you're well. Everyone's saying hello. I hope I'm not missing anyone. That Trump dance is something, isn't it? Something else, that one. Oh, dear. And don't mind my hair. I'm having a frizzy day because of the weather. It's very frizzy. Alex said, I think I've seen Bosie before, but don't know where from. Well, he was one that everyone was sharing around because he was talking about satanic ritual abuse and all this stuff. But yeah, I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. I really don't. And I can't say why either. I just don't know why, but I don't trust him as far as I could throw him. Hey, Menacing Muskrat, how you going? And MJ, how you going? Alex said, hey MJ, do you mean about Iowa? I heard they're going to vote for Trump. Apparently they did. And they were counting it live on TV with paper ballots, and that's how it should be. Here too, here in Australia too. George said, WF meeting in Davos to F the rest of us over. Exactly. Paul said, watch Arby from Rebel News, question Kerry. I'll have to bookmark that one. Alex said, I'm sure I heard the other day that one of the states has taken their government back, but I can't remember which one. Does anyone else know? Menacing Muskrat said, WF, few, equals depopulation, Klaus Schwab equation. Dan Markle Sr. said, close the effing border. Deb said, I did not know that Woolworths is not supporting Australia Day. Yeah, they're not. So everyone's boycotting Woolworths. They're having their Bud Light moment. Go to Coles instead. I know. Or Coles or AGI, but not Aldi, because they're doing the same thing. Boycott Aldi and boycott Woolies. I'm sorry, son-in-law. He works for Aldi. Not by any choice really. The only job he could, get at the time, so he had to take it, Hey Susie, how you going? MJ said, ugly stick hitter. Sherry said, Texas, Alex is a state that wants to break away. Paul said, the unelected globalists are really worried that now that Iowa results for Trump. Yes, they're panicking now. George said, these people are evil and deluded. They are, definitely. Susie said, I couldn't get on the live the other day. Oh, couldn't you? Oh no. All I can do is, I don't know, have you signed up to Rumble, or you just try to go through a link or something? I would encourage people to sign up. Honestly, I know they want your phone number, but it is worth it, I believe. Davis said, go to hell, Woolworths. This is Australia. Love it or leave. And you know that Aldi are a German company, and we have Woolworths are apparently, I heard, I don't know if it's true, a South African company. I don't know if it's true. I honestly don't. But I know they're Vanguard and BlackRock. David said, go to hell, Woolworths. This is Australia, love or leave it. I had to read that one twice just because I agree. Twice. Alex said, I watched that Twin Police Rotten Mango video the other day. Ended up having another binge of her videos yesterday. Wow, police are so corrupt, but we knew that, AMJ. Yeah, some of her videos I watch and I go, especially the Asian crime, because it happens everywhere. Like, it's the same kind of, and you can just think, that could happen here. Probably is happening here. Yeah, so I'm still waiting for the... Okay, Rotten Mango, where are you? We need part 2 of that TV show she was telling us about last week. She said she'd be back on Monday with the other one, and I haven't seen it yet. Oh, dear God, help me. I won't be here for the next 2 days either, because I have to babysit. Alex said, oh no, YouTube's getting worse by the day, Susie. Deb said, would it make Woolworths a bit racist? Oh, I didn't know what you meant, Susie. This live on YouTube or on Rumble? Deb said, would it make Woolworths a bit racist? Could. MJ said, they're pushing MH like crazy, so much mental health, blah, blah, want to take your weapons because of it, right? But we'll give pilots the psychological problems a plane. I can't, they are stupid. Yeah, they'll give pilots with psychological problems a plane. Not allowed a gun, but we'll give you a plane. You'd hurt a lot more people, but hey, let's not worry about that, hey? Paul said, if plastic plates and cutlery is so bad, why are cheap shops still selling them from China? Oh, they're stupid, really. Seriously. I like plastic bags because if I go somewhere and I'm buying some sort of food that can leak, I like to have it in a plastic bag. And if I ever do buy a cooked chicken, and I don't want to put it with my shopping, I like to have it in a plastic bag so the grease doesn't run out all over the car. Yeah. Susie said, Alex, how are you feeling? So nice to see you. And Menacing Muskrat's put my rumble up there. Thank you, Menacing Muskrat. Alex said, I hope we all end up breaking away from all government, Sherry. We don't need them interfering with us all the time, getting sick of them more and more. And Darren said, good evening, Darren. I'm going to do a test on Rumble. I'm going to go into my channel. Not after this, I'll do it another day, but instead of the user, I'm going to go into the channel and upload a small video to see if it uploads onto both. Because I'm sure at one point, when I uploaded to something to Rumble, it went to both. And I don't know if it's happening now or not, so we'll see. Alex said, I hope we all end up breaking away from all government, Sherry. We don't need them interfering with us all the time, getting sick of them more and more. And Darren said, good evening, SW and Darren. MJ said, Alex, yes, from a very young age, unfortunately. Deb said, hello, beautiful menacing. George said, crash rod looks like a nonce. Yeah. I'd agree, George. Alex said, I'm much better, thank you. It was a hard couple of weeks, Susie, hope you're well. MJ said, poor girl was handed over to them, and I feel like she wasn't the only one from the beginning of the episodes. Darren said, so he's not trying to hide it, Alex? Susie said, hi, everyone. Menacing Muskrat said, how's the kittens? SW said, Amanda, the actress, awaits at the station. She's drifting with nothing to do. With the land... She doesn't tower with defence. I can't work that one out either, SW. Susie said, Alex, what happened? How did you get so sick? Do you know where you got it from? Paul said, all conspiracy talk. That's what I am. I'm fine with it. SW said, no secrets, the angels. Ah, I get it. Menacing Muskrat said, hello, George. Selena said, did you guys see all the articles about Tesla EVs lined up and abandoned at charging stations because of the cold weather? Yes, I've got that one too somewhere. I do, Selena. Good on you, though. Deb said, why are they here then? Pay gap. Those ladies would lose their job, seriously. Paul said, and then she says, who is the ABS? Who is the ABS? Alex said, started as tonsillitis, then turned into the worst sinus infection I've ever had. Constant excruciating headache for nearly 2 weeks, made my vision blurry and could barely do anything. Wow. MJ said she's getting her hair highlighted. Alex said, still hurts a bit now, but no, nothing like it was. David said, in other words, don't bother checking facts if those facts spoil your narrative. MJ said she's a Nancy P, but blonde. Yeah. She's an idiot, honestly. The ABS is Australian Bureau of Statistics, by the way. In case you didn't know. I was asking you guys, but I'll tell you what it is. Susie said, when I went to Rumble, it was asking me questions if I wanted my own channels. I couldn't get anywhere and couldn't join the live. What can I do? Also, you can only join from the link. You can always just it's kind of like YouTube. Even though you don't have a channel, you still have a channel. And it's called Susie Fraser. You can just make one, not upload anything. It's up to you. I don't know. I can't remember. It was so long ago since I joined Rumble. I can't remember. Anyone else got any hints, tips for Susie, please? Can you put them in the comments? Selena said, hey, Deb. Alex said, hey, Selena, no, not seen that. EVs are a pipe dream and the bubble will burst soon, I hope. Can't stand all the EV graveyards, so much waste. Yes, well, they're sitting at charging stations in the US or UK, I don't know which one. But they're snowed in, frozen. Can't move, can't do anything. Paul said, I flew a plane on a simulator, should have a chance. God help us. MJ said she's having an affair but goes to church. Yes, and it's a married man. A married man. Dave said Palestinians are being genocided. Free Palestine. I reckon they should go over there. Seriously, go fight for them if you really want to go that far. I mean, I protested lockdowns, but that was here in Australia. I was protesting for Australia, in Australia. I wasn't protesting in Australia for another country overseas, no. Darren said, David, who needs pesky facts? Susie said, Alex, I wonder if castor oil pack would help that it works wonders on everything else. Selena said, Alex, EVs are some of the most destructive to the environment than other vehicles. Alex said, my niece was very ill after she got her baby jabs. Against my wishes, then the whole family got ill, so maybe from that. But I know loads of people who've been ill. George said, I heard the WF meeting in Davos has hired escorts. They do every year. I wonder how old they are. That's all I'm going to say. Alex said, I've not heard of that. I'll look into that, Susie. Paul said, Craig Kelly done a video on data removed from Whitecliff, New South Wales in the 80s. Had to build a special telephone exchange because of the heat. There you go. David said, Churchill told his biographers not to worry about them pesky facts. Darren, I'll make the facts fit the story, he said. Alex said, I know, like the wind turbines too, so much damage being done, Selena. SW said, I noticed that the refugees that were moved into old people's home that was and is for war widows has been graffitied and smashed up, send them back. There you go. Darren said, I should get tested for disease X. I have no symptoms or anything, but it's important to get vaccinated against it before they discover it, just to be safe. Yeah, Darren. That's exactly it. Menacing Muskrat said, car parkades and ferries are not allowing EVs in their premises. There you go. MJ said, wind turbines are what's killing our whales in New England. There you go. David said, hailstones smashed solar farms to smithereens, laugh my ass off. Selena said, sadly, yes, Alex. And Alex, not to mention that solar panels, when broken, think hail, too much snow that they crack, are toxic. Exactly. Darren said, they probably can't get insurance to cover EVs, Muskrat. Paul said, Trump invited him to his next rally. Yes, I believe Trump and Vivek are all right. Okay, no matter what's said, I believe they're okay. Okay? I think too many people were turning against Vivek. They had to do something. Deb said, couldn't be because they are hot stuff. MJ said, long neck for a female. Yep. Menacing Muskrat said, lots of the windmills are frozen solid here in Canadastan. And thank you, Alex, for all the links. Susie said, so sorry, Alex, I take NAC and quercetin plus 5,000 vitamin D, selenium 5,000 vitamin C, 100 milligrams of zinc with the multivitamins kept me from getting sick so far. Alex said, makes me want to weep. I think that's what you meant. Wep. I'm sure it's a typo. Deb said, I want to see a blood test that shows you if you're Indigenous. I want to see one too, because if she is, she'll be 1,000th or more. Like less. Sorry, less. 1/2,000th. Darren said, I'm Indigenous to Earth, I think. Same here. Susie says, is anyone from New Zealand in this chat? No, I think I've got a few New Zealand listeners. I'm sure I have some in Rumble. MJ said, I thought I was too, Darren, but now I don't know. What's what? George said, I cannot show these people love. Does that make me bad Catholic? No, I don't think so. I'm having trouble at the moment showing these people love. Alex said, I was determined to beat it if it killed me. Need to start taking more vitamins. Susie, I only take 1,000 milligrams of hemp oil at the moment. SW said, fish and chips, not me, Susie. Susie said, Alex, everything I mentioned tackles the respiratory system. I need a lot of help in that area, as I've had pneumonia 4 times. I've got to say it really seems to be helping keep me strong. Yeah, well, it's definitely helping me. I'm not getting anywhere near as sick as I used to get with all the vitamins I'm taking. Darren said, why did the plane crash? I don't know. Yeah, they won't even know what they did wrong. Selena said, bet they put most of those folks they'll just put on the phone or baggage handlers. Sherry said, never liked flying, now certainly never will fly. MJ said, Truth Stream Media just did an episode of dwindling population. Very excellent but disturbing. I think they're trying to hide this because of Sharpie thing. Yes. Hey, Wheezy, how you going? Yes, MJ. populations in Australia are not keeping up with the, like, Australians are not keeping up, and the immigration's actually overtaken it, so... And Deb's laughing at the planes, and George said, "Hey, Wheezy," and Alex said, I would hate to get on a plane now after pilots are dropping like flies now after the you-know-what. And Wheezy's saying hello, and everyone's saying hello to Wheezy. Alex said, "Oh, bless you, Susie, you trooper, getting over pneumonia that many times. I prefer natural over big pharma any day long." Yep, all day long, she said. And I was going to say any day. Susie said, "Muskrat, we've had a snowstorm warning since yesterday. We're due for 20 centimetres of snow, wind, low temps and major ice. Total white, looks like. How are things where you are?" Oh, shoot, now it jumped. Where am I? Oh my God. Oh, here we are. Right. Alex said, "Looking forward to you and Hev doing a live soon, Wheezy. What is... Yeah. Actually, we should do it on Rumble. We should do it on YouTube and Rumble." MJ said, "Farmers..." I've still got to work out how to do that. Alex said, "Yay, farmers." Wheezy said, "Should be a hoot, Alex." It definitely will, Wheezy. And I haven't forgotten. Okay, I've just been flat out, but I have not forgotten. MJ said, "Farmers equals food." Alex said, "We need more of them." Darren said, "Germany said they'll deploy tens of thousands of troops on the street in February in response to a Russian attack in 2025. Wow. Alex said, "It'll be brilliant. You and have such a vibe." Wheezy, yep. Wheezy said, "My dear mum passed away, so I took a little time off." Oh, Wheezy. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, my condolences, honestly. I'll pray for your family. I am so sorry to hear that. Oh. Oh dear. Susie said, "Poor Cappy." And my Rumble link. Deb said, "I live in a country town, but it's now a suburb. It was all veggies growing." Oh, really? MJ said, "Kitty at the door." Susie said, "Yes, I hear the kitty too." Deb said, "My condolences, Wheezy." George said, "I subbed to Hev's channel on Rumble a few days ago." Alex said, "Oh no, Wheezy, I'm so sorry to hear that. My heart goes out to you. I hope you're okay. Please let us know if there's anything we can do." Yes, Wheezy. Wheezy said, "It's just life, as sad as it may be. Thank you, though." Oh, honestly. Oh. Alex said, "Love you, Wheezy." Yeah, I've got a little lump in my throat from that one, Wheezy. Oh, I'm so sorry. George said, "I used to love Woolworths back in the day." Yeah, they used to be good, but do you remember, okay, in Australia we used to have Franklin's. We used to have, what was the other one called? Payless. We used to have a lot of Aussie companies that used to be our supermarkets until the big ones came in and took over. Funny that, isn't it? Alex said, "I know life is strange and heartbreaking place at times." Definitely. Darren said, "It must be a difficult time, Wheezy. I'm sorry for you." Yeah. Carl said, Think of the Woolworths Boost program. The analytics will tell them which customers are boycotting them." George said, "Woolworths was an American company." Was it? I thought it was a UK company. Woolworths. I don't know anymore. Deb said, "Foodland and Drake are where I shop." Yep, Foodland. We've got IGA still. We've got IGA, which is Independent Grocers of Australia. We used to have a lot more, though. Like, we used to have Franklin's, Payless, and a few others that... Alex said, "The whole world is corrupted at this point." Alex said, "I want an update of her stalker." What a creepy person. Yeah. Rotten Mango stalker, yeah. David said, "Lol, Muskrat, you can't make up the level of stupidity that would dump oil, coal and gas for that unsustainable rubbish, eh?" Sherry said, "Get ready, they're going to turn loose the X, if you know what I mean. Even though themselves, they don't know what it is, going to push the juice and lockdowns again." Yeah, I don't care. They can let loose whatever they want. I'm not going for anything there of their solution, okay? Their solutions, they can keep them. It's okay, I'll get by. Deb said, so BWS is part of Woolworths Group. I think people still buy their beer from there. Okay, BWS Liquor is a alcohol place. There you go. And they're attached to Woolies. Alex said, I think YouTube definitely hold your videos back. Have double the watches on Rumble. I know. I noticed that. I have around between 60 and 90, I think, on Rumble. Alex said, your videos used to link in the past, Hev? Yeah. Sneaky, aren't they? David said, I boycotted Woolworths a couple of years ago after a member of their staff was very rude to me. Have respect for elders, you stupid kid. I'll never shop there again. Deb said, please put thumbs up, please, if you can. George said, these politicians cause more trouble than what they solve. Yep. Alex said, Woolworths went bust here years ago. I used to like the pick and mix until I realised they were probably all so contaminated. Darren went, I can't boycott Woolworths. They went bust and sold everything a few years back, including the name. No actual stores left here. Oh. Darren said, Alex, did you ever watch the kids sifting their hands through the pick and mix? It's so disgusting. Alex said, for anyone that doesn't know, pick and mix are loads of different sweets, candy you could get and pay for by weight. Yeah, they do it with nuts here in Australia. Pick and mix. Nuts, great trail mix and all that sort of stuff. So there's some sweets in there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't touch them. David said, we need to boycott any corporation that slows the slightest inclination of wokeness. Alex said, makes me feel sick now. Darren said, it was much better when newsagent had jars of sweets they weighed out for you. Definitely. George said, I bought a lot of my DVDs at Woolworths. Darren said, don't worry, Alex, it strengthened your immune system. Alex said, I joined Rumble through my Google account, Susie. I think you need to click join and then you should give you a choice of Google, Facebook, etc. Yeah, you can go in on different ones. Alex said, set up a random email if you don't want to link your main one. Alex said, yes, probably. Darren said, not only have WEF hired escorts, but they have no escorts left available. Alex said, good old germs. George said, the elites are perverts. David said, germs lives matter, Alex. They make us stronger when they don't kill us. Alex said, I think you could get everything at Woolworths. Bring back VHS, George. Yeah, I'd love to have old VHS back again. Darren said, yes, Alex, Woolworths was a place to go for anything you needed. Alex said, germ lives matter, David. George said, I still have some classic movies on VHS, Alex, lol. Menacing Muskrat said, Robert David Steele spoke about how they collected Drano. Yeah, Chrome had to turn it off, then finish this info. Boy, these people are sick. Okay, where am I? I'm lost again. Yes. I'm back. Darren said, maybe some germs are making vaccines because our immunity is too strong. Alex said, surprising it went under really, but look at the high street now, so many empty buildings, Darren. SW said, I loved Kmart back in the day when they had hot food and shotguns for sale. Me too. That's the old Kmart I miss. Darren said, it's all part of the plan, Alex. Darren said they want us relying on online shopping so we can be cut off anytime they like. Exactly. MJ said, Kmart, good old days. Also had Caldors. Alex said, me too. I missed the old cassette VHS, winding them back by hand. Weezy said, thanks, Miss Hev. No worries. Oh, God love you. Menacing Muskrat said, Susie, we're at a balmy minus 30 degrees Celsius. I have one day off, then back out in the cold again. We'll be working on oil wellheads tomorrow. Oh, my goodness. Menacing Muskrat, you're one tough lady, I have to say. Well done. Alex said, I still have my granddad's old VHS player, but have not used it in a while. Still works, though. Old things were built to last. Definitely, I've still got an old VHS player up in the shed. I hope it's not mouldy. Oh, who knows? Deb said, prayers for Wheezy. SW said, sorry to hear that, Wheezy. Darren said, so are you enjoying global boiling, Muskrat? Well, yeah, with minus 30 degrees over there. Alex said, you win again, Menacing Muskrat. Darren said, not in the coldest month yet. Wheezy said, I'm sad too, but time heals. Definitely. SW said, only get one mum. Mostly, it's so sad. Yeah, it had a little lump in my throat, I've got to say. David said, we used to have fun in Australia once upon a time. Make Western Australia Florida again. I like that. MJ said, Woolworths from a long time ago here. Not when I grew up, though. They were gone. And Wheezy said, thanks, Alex. George said, sorry to hear your mum passed away, Wheezy. May she rest in peace. And Wheezy said, George. SW said, I didn't know what day it was when you walked into the room. I said hello. Unnoticed you said goodbye too soon. Breezing through the clientele, spinning yarns, it was so lyrical. I can't. Oh, SW, you got me there too. Okay, I jumped again. Where am I? Oh, Menacing Muskrat sending condolences and prayers. Wheezy, so sorry. MJ said, people we in there like crazy the other night, quiet, but they're lol 90 plus peeps. Yeah, there was 90 the other day in my life in Rumble. I'm getting a lot more there than I am here. SW said, you're in our hearts, Wheezy. Alex said, same as bar nuts full of pee and poo. Yep, people going to the bathroom and then grabbing the nuts off the bar, and like, because they got a bowl of open of nuts, and some people don't wash their hands. And MJ said, Stu, you thinking song? MJ said, yeah, don't eat the bar nuts. Ooh. Tiki Doll, hello. Sorry I'll be late. Tiki Doll. Never too late. That's true, Alex. Never too late, Tiki Doll. Deb said, no need to be sorry, just happy to see you. Tiki Doll's going. Susie said, I think I signed into Rumble, but I have a username I can't get rid of. Oh, will that be the visible name I'll be known by on Rumble? I'm not sure. Probably. And Wheezy's just given hearts. Alex said, minus 30 degrees is minus 22 Fahrenheit. Deb said, so happy to see you, Tiki Doll. MJ said, here's one. How blue can I get? You can ask my heart, but life's a jigsaw puzzle that's been torn all apart. A million words couldn't say just how I feel. Shit, there's another one you got me on. Alex said, I'm surprised you aren't all walking snowmen. Tiki Doll waves. Oh, and I'm eating again. I don't blame you. I'd be eating too if I wasn't here now. Deb said, 9:36 a.m. Adelaide, not moist. Darren said, probably fixed, Susie. I don't know why the name on my account isn't the name shown. Tiki Doll said, lobster, spring rolls, egg rice. SW said, MJ? MJ said, what's for dinner, Tiki Doll? I think she just said lobster, spring rolls, egg rice. My mouth's going to start watering. Menacing Muskrat said, yes, Hev. You get weird looks when a 5'4" woman arrives on the work site, but at the end of the day, come up and shake your hand, lol. Well done, Menacing Muskrat. You are a trooper. You really are. Alex said, 2306 here, 1 degree Celsius, 33 Fahrenheit. And Tiki Doll just said, lobster, spring rolls, and egg fried rice. Yum. SW said, you're in my heart. Ah. Hev for Wheezy. You're in my heart. You're in my soul. You'll be my friend should I grow old. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go, and I'm going to be over on Rumble in about 10 minutes, so I'll see you over there. Okay, much love, guys, and I'll see you soon. Where's my outro? There it is. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.